What is up, guys? So one of the most common questions that I get today is, should I be buying a PlayStation 4 Pro or not? And the answer is simply yes, guys. So let me give you a couple reasons on why right after this. So welcome to Tech Savvy Buyer, folks. I have a very special episode for you guys today. I did a video similar to this back in February where I discussed why PS4 Pro is great. Now coming back, well, almost 8 months later, coming into October of 2018, we're very close to Black Friday, and this is the steaming question that everyone seems to have. Should you buy a PS4 Pro? And like I said, the answer is yes. Let's go through a couple reasons why I think that it's absolutely worth it. So let's hop into number one. All right, and the most obvious one is exclusives, guys. I cannot begin to explain how many awesome games will continue to come out for the PS4 Pro over the next 2 years, as well as what's already out now available to play. Before I made my last video, God of War hadn't dropped, Spider-Man hadn't dropped, and now you've got these two amazing titles, as well as Detroit Become Human didn't come out at that time either. But all these titles that are out, along with some of those really classic awesome ones such as Neo, such as Horizon Zero Dawn, there's just a ton of games that you can be playing today on the PS4 Pro that you can't play on other consoles such as the Xbox One. So number two, remote play is awesome. All right, and when I say remote play is awesome, what I basically mean to say is that PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro both offer the ability to remote play. So what that means is that you can have any device that has the ability to remote play, such as a PS Vita or a MacBook or a Windows desktop, connect to your PS4 Pro remote. So it doesn't even need to be on the same network, and you can actually stream whatever's on your system where you are. So I've used this functionality quite a bit with the PS Vita. I've used it quite a bit with my MacBook, especially when I'm traveling to different hotels. All you need is a good Wi-Fi connection, and the reason why the PS4 Pro does this even better is because it lets you actually stream in 1080p. The power processor inside the PS4 Pro gives it the ability to do so, which the original base PS4 or the slim PS4 cannot do. So remote play is absolutely fantastic. So reason number three, guys, PlayStation Now is a subscription service that's offered by PlayStation that allows you to stream any kind of games from the PS2, PS3, and PS4 collection. They have a library of over 650 games. It's actually very cool. It works really well, even if you are using the streaming functionality, which, like I mentioned in my previous videos, is not the best experience overall, and it kind of tends to put people to not use it. But with the recent update in this month, they finally gave you the ability to download. So it's very similar to Xbox's Game Pass offering, which, by the way, is a fantastic service. So PS Now can now let you download games which you can play natively on your system with the resolution that they were meant to be played at, without any kind of hitches or glitches or any of that kind of crap, basically. So it should be able to work on it very smoothly. Definitely check that out. So reason number four, guys, is the ability for the PS4 Pro to push boost mode. What boost mode does is that it takes any games that developers did not optimize for the PS4 Pro if they were made in the generation when just the base PS4 existed, and it'll actually help you get better frame rates and smoother gameplay. So it's definitely one of those cool features that's offered on the Pro that you should always look out for. Reason number five, and probably one of the most obvious one, is the fact that you can do 4K HDR gaming on a PlayStation 4 Pro console that you cannot do on a base PS4 Slim or one of the OG PS4s. So you'll get access to Netflix and Hulu in 4K, and you'll be able to stream content in 4K, and some games do run in native 4K while others do use the checkerboard technique. Nonetheless, it's still always a very stellar picture quality, and it's not something to really downplay. Reason number six, guys, the PSVR just works so much better out of the box with the PS4 Pro than it does work with the PS4. So if you're one of those people that definitely enjoys playing games in VR and you like having that experience, the fact that the PS4 Pro offers much more power and performance over the original PS4, you're able to play PSVR games with much better frame rates and in some cases better resolutions as well. Although that the VR headset really defines what the resolution is, as that only can display a certain amount of pixels per eye, it still looks much clearer. There's great demos of Resident Evil 7 that's using this technique between the PS4 and the PS4 Pro that Digital Foundry did a video on. I urge you guys to go ahead and check that out so you can actually see the differences for yourself. Reason number 7, guys, the PlayStation 4 Pro offers more than 2 times the power that a base PS4 or a PS4 Slim offer currently. So with all that additional CPU processing power and the additional GPU power that comes into the PS4 Pro, you're able to get much better frame rates when you're gaming, you're able to get better resolutions, and that's why the system is 4K capable, because it has all that additional power to run those games which they demand at. Reason number 8, guys, the actual price of the PlayStation 4 Pro is $400, which is really only $100 more than a PS4 Slim if you were out in the market considering of buying a PlayStation 4 at this time. So for just $100 more, look at all the extra functionality that you do get with that system, being able to play things in 4K, being able to have the boost mode availability, and being able to have double the power than your PS4 Slim already has. Just for $100 more is definitely worth it, and I think that if you wait a little bit and you come close to the Black Friday holiday, you'll be able to get a much better deal for around $300 to $350, which at that point, honestly, it is just a steal, and you absolutely should get a PS4 Pro at that moment. Reason number 9, guys, is super sampling, and for those of you guys who don't know what that is, basically what it is it's the PS4 Pro is going to render the resolution in 4K and then downscale it to 1080p so that you overall get a much more refined and crisp image, and it helps with the anti-aliasing effect, which basically just gives you smoother edges instead of jagged lines in when you look at things really close up. So for those of you guys with a 1080p display and you don't have a 4K display, it's super sampling is where it's at. It'll give you a much better clear image than if you just had a base PS4 without super sampling enabled. And my last reason, which I think is probably the biggest reason, and maybe could have arguably been number 1, is the fact that PlayStation 5 doesn't come out yet, guys. I know that this is one of those really hot topics. There's all kinds of rumor videos out on it, but let's face it. Looking at history and when the PS1 launched, when the PS2 launched, there's always been a 6 or 7 year gap between generations. And right with the launch of the PS4 being in 2013, we're kind of really close to that, right? 2019 winter is what people are anticipating. But there are so many good games that are continuing to come out for the PS4 right now. There's a lot of exclusives, and Sony is just continuing to milk out those titles and make sure that the base PS4 and the PS4 Pro continue to sell. So they don't want to cannibalize their sales immediately, which is why they're not going to push out the PS5. And everyone already knows Microsoft's been pretty open about their next console not coming out until 2020. So at this point, it makes much more sense that Sony would be releasing their system at earliest the same time where their competition is doing it, or in some cases even by 2021, which is what I literally think is going to happen with the PS5 in this case. So if you're one of those people like, oh man, should I buy a PS4 Pro or should I wait till PS5? Buy a PS4 Pro, guys. You still have a good 2 years, and 2 years is a long time. So looking at, we're going into 2019, if by earliest it comes out in 2020, that's going to be around holiday season anyways, so you've got 2 whole years to enjoy your system, which is quite a bit of time if you really want to play. Well guys, that pretty much about sums it. Those were 10 reasons that I can think of that you should absolutely buy a PS4 Pro right now for in this holiday season of 2018. So if you guys like this video and this was able to help you buy a PlayStation 4 Pro for yourself, go ahead and drop a thumbs up. If you didn't, then go ahead and drop a thumbs down. If you think that a PS4 Pro is not a system you should be buying right now, let me know in the comments below. I think all consoles are great. This video was just focused specifically on a PS4 Pro. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the comments and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out.